Hi.
Hello.
These cold opens are just getting better and better.
They don't get easier. They don't. I feel like we're in the office.
But I feel like we switch it, like it's always different every time.
It's always like, hi. Like it's a different hi, but it's just, like we just like spit it
Hello,
out. Start the
welcome
podcast.
And this is our podcast called Oddvice Podcast. And I'm Alex Coate.
I'm Kristen McAtee. And welcome to episode 20.
Oh.
That's nice that it's like a nice even number because
we hit dub.
We hit the dub. We're taking a break after this. This is our last episode until like mid-January. Is it January?
Couple weeks.
17th?
3 weeks.
Is that when we're coming back?
Yeah, ish. Oh my God. Is that a month?
That's damn near a month. Let me double check. Hold on. Okay, yes. We're coming back January 17th on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So
oh yeah,
there we go.
My best friend growing up, that's her birthday.
Oh wow. Good day.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy almost birthday. Yeah, so quick break. Not that quick, kind of long, but it'll go by quick. We just want to take a little bit of a break for the holidays. We were taking the break because we were going to go to Europe, but we're not going anymore because travel restrictions. But now we're going to go to New York, which is nice. Shorter trip. We won't be gone as long, but we just figured let's take some time off. I think maybe get some re-inspired, just not work for a few weeks. It's been so go. I feel like we say it every episode. Like
spend some time with our families.
Right. Alex is busy in her realm. The holidays are crazy for her industry. I've been doing Vlogmas every single fucking day of December. I feel like I'm gonna pull my hair out, but I love it so much. Don't worry. Yeah. So it's gonna be really nice to take some time off. But
a friend came to town last weekend and we all went to El Tejano, which is like a cool outdoor Mexican spot bar. They have big ass like those chalices of beer.
Yes.
Is that what you call it?
I would call it a chalice. Yeah,
like a chalice of beer. We got pretty hammered. And we were playing cornhole all day, and of course I was flirting big time with the bouncer. He's so fucking cute. The next morning, Kristen like walks in the kitchen all like tired, and I'm like, look at this guy that I met yesterday.
He looked like something out of a movie, like
yes,
literally like Moana.
He's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. So we were big time flirting, and we left like kind of halfway through the night to go play pool next door. And we went and got a coffee, and I was like, do you want a coffee? Because he was working, obviously, he's a bouncer. And I was like, do you want a coffee? Like, you're just chilling here for the rest of the night? And he's like, yeah, I'm actually off at 8, but I'll take a coffee. So I went and got him a coffee.
Oh.
And then I came back, and we like exchanged him for what?
What's the coffee order?
He got a latte.
Whole milk?
Yeah.
Okay. Carry on.
I even harped on him for that. I was
good.
Like,
as long as you
drink milk? And he was like, yeah, I don't care. I was like,
at least he like owns it. Like,
right.
I respect that.
Yeah. So I got him a latte, and I came back, we exchanged information, and we had moved over to the pool bar next door, me and my friends that I was with, and we were DMing, me and the bouncer, back and forth, and he was like, oh yeah, I'll come meet you for pool when I'm off, since I'm off at 8. And I'm like, word, that'll be fun. So we're like doing the typical banter back and forth, like, I'm gonna beat you, like we're gonna be, or he was like, I'm so good, and I was like, no, I'm so good, I'm gonna beat you, whatever.
Right.
He gets there, and this homeboy pulls out his own custom pool stick, and it's one of the ones that you like screw together. He pulls out of a case. Right. You screw it together, and he's like, all right, let's go. And I'm like, what the fuck? You're like actually good at this? And he's like, yeah, like I play all the time. So we played a game. He's so fucking good, it's disgusting. And I'm sitting there like, wow, I was talking mad shit. And
you're like scratch after scratch. Like,
but it was cute. He like taught me like tricks and stuff, and his friends. So he met up with his friends.
Are they also
who were there too? And they're also like really good. And I played a game with him against his friends, and he like taught me like cool tricks and shit. It was really cute. I don't know. Yeah.
Just a new boy. That's fun.
Yeah.
I hope we have stories like this from New York.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Hearing stories like how organically you meet somebody. We kind of talked about it on our Patreon episode, which would be 19.5. So last week. Mm-hmm. Yeah. When you meet somebody so randomly and sometimes, you know, oh my God, they're going to be in my life forever. Or it's just like that fun person that you meet for no reason, but it's like,
this is one
you
of
remember
those.
the story.
Yep.
And you'll always remember that story. Like, think about how many times we're that for a stranger that we've never talked to again. But like, they're like, oh yeah, the girls that like bought me a shot at a bar one time.
Right.
I always think about that. I don't know. That's like how I technically met Kaya.
Yeah.
We were on the rocks and she walked up and bought us a shot and was just like, hey, and I was like, hey, never saw her again. And then
she shows up at our house one day
because she was
mutual friends with one of our friends.
And we were like, and she's like, and then now she's our best friend. So shit's crazy.
Life's crazy. People that'll show up unannounced and then just last forever. On that same note of people who come into your lives, last week I told you guys that I met someone and he came to visit and we had such a great weekend, and he's just like someone who I know is going to be in my life absolutely forever. He's coming to visit again. He's coming this weekend. I'm going to pick him up from the airport on Saturday and we're going to spend a really chill, like in the house, playing games, making dinner, watching movies, weekend together. Just us. Last time we saw each other, it was a big like friend going out vibe,
like party vibe.
So this time it's going to be way more low key, which I'm excited to see.
Think about how much you'll connect that way if you can connect in such a chaotic like partying environment. Like you guys are gonna have a lot of time together. It's really special.
Yeah, but that like scares me sometimes because I find that me personally, I'm able to be more comfortable in group settings.
For sure. That makes sense.
Like, I'm really nervous.
That's good though.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if you weren't.
Right.
This soon.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And if you're comfortable, like kind of talk about your hosting anxiety.
Oh,
I feel like
I've opened up to
people
Kristen a lot
to
about
relate.
this.
Yeah.
I get this really weird, like even this past weekend when one of our, and he's just a homie, he came down, I get this weird anxiety. I call it my hosting anxiety. When people, especially when they stay at our house, I'm like constantly worried that people aren't having a good time. And I feel like the constant need to entertain, and which is so weird because like, I mean, especially me, I'm someone who could very easily just sit on the couch all day. But when people travel to come visit me, it's like, you came to have a good time. And if
make it worth it.
Yeah, I want to make it worth it. I want to make sure you didn't just come here to fucking sit on my couch the whole time.
Yeah.
So I get this like constant like, okay, is he having fun? Is he just being nice? Is he like, does he want to go do something? Am I being boring? Like, it's literally a big fat run-on sentence in my head the whole time people come and visit.
Yeah.
And it's really stressful.
And then I was saying, oh, well, aren't you less stressed that now he's like, because he literally said, he's like, I want a chill weekend, like nothing crazy.
So the night that he decided he like got his plane ticket, I was literally looking like up events in LA that we could possibly go to. And that's how I found that one.
Yeah. What was that called again?
Once Upon a Time in LA. It's
That
like this
looks
really,
so
no, it looks
dope.
so fun.
Like I'm low-key bummed we're not going, but it's probably better we're not. We have a lot to do.
No, me too. But I was looking up events for us to go to because I was like, okay, we have to put it together an itinerary. Like I need fun shit for us to do. And I sent it to him and I was like, would you want to do something like this? And he's like, no, let's just chill. Like, let's just make dinner, play card games. I just want to like have a really relaxing weekend.
Good.
And I was like, it really got rid of a lot of my stress because to hear that he's okay having
no expectations
expectations for the weekend, I'm like, okay, this is dope.
Good. That's a good way to gauge it. Like if they are verbalizing that they have no expectations, believe them.
Yeah.
And like you don't need to entertain. I get the entertaining thing. I guess I just never thought of it from an anxiety standpoint because I have it, but I like it. Like I thrive when I get to host people and I get to create itineraries and like find things on the cuff in my phone on the Uber ride there. Like I like that stuff.
I like that part
I
of
never
it.
thought about it.
But it's just whether or not they're going to be happy with it.
Yeah.
We had friends come to town for like a solid 2 weeks at some point last year. And it literally my anxiety got so bad that I was hermiting and I like didn't talk to them for like the last week. And it was like, it was a big shift and they're like some of my best friends.
Yeah. It wasn't like strangers.
No.
It was just, you had a response to your anxiety.
I had a response to my anxiety and I shut down and I mean, I still feel bad about that week, but it really took a toll on like, I don't know, how I interact when people are in the house, I guess.
Yeah. I get that too, even, you know, kind of contrary to what I just said. I relate to that. Even when our homie, we were saying, that came last weekend, I even was like, I can't socialize right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, granted, I have a lot of on my mind, I'm busy, whatnot, but even like this simple task of like going to meet you guys and play pool, I was like, no, like sometimes you just have to recharge. And I feel like we should be gentle with ourselves. Like when that happens, it's happening for a reason.
Right.
And a real homie's not going to care.
Right.
Like above all, like even I know this is the worst thing to say to somebody with anxiety, just don't worry about it. But like what I tell myself
there's
is
nothing
like,
you could do about it.
There's nothing you can do. And the expectation, like the average person's not like, what? We're not doing something every fucking minute. This trip sucks. You know, like just hanging out.
That's literally what I picture them saying in my head.
Would you do that?
No.
Just, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just try and put it into perspective. Like,
but I know that. I know I wouldn't do that, but it doesn't make it go away.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, like, could it help to be like, well, I'm not that way when I go visit people. Like, there's no shot they're going to be like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm wording that right. I don't know.
No, yeah, I get it. It's. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
No, yeah, I get it. It's just, I mean, that's literally the definition of anxiety. It's just
Right.
like there's no fucking rhyme or reason to it. It's just there, and there's really like nothing you can do besides get through it.
Yep.
Sometimes it's worse than others, but
write it off as anxiety. Like I try to tell myself, like, those aren't my thoughts.
yeah,
Like that's something else.
I've been able to disconnect from that.
That's huge.
I've been able to name it. That's why I call it my host anxiety. Like the second we have someone over, I know it's going to kick in, but I know it's going to go away when they leave. So it's like, it's not a part of me. It's literally just like something happens when this happens.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. That
Yeah.
totally makes sense. So David Alvarez invited me to do a video. It's out now. You could totally go watch it. But it was, I forget like the exact title, but it was like ranking girls by attractiveness, ranking 6 girls by attractiveness. And I was one of them. And that, I just like, I feel like I want to talk about it because that was such an interesting social experiment.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It was so cool to watch.
Like
It was so
like seeing
cool
everybody
to watch.
kind of figure it out and everything. Because
Yeah.
you saw the unedited version and everything.
Yeah.
It took so long, and that wasn't like a complaining take long. I just mean for 6 humans to sit there and rank themselves, it took so long.
Especially friends. A lot of
Right.
people were saying, a lot of you guys were saying like this would have been so much easier if we didn't know each other.
Yes, absolutely. Because like, here, let me start from the beginning. When he asked me to do it, I was like, oh, hell yeah, hella easy. Like, why not? And I went into it thinking like, this is just going to be so fun, so easy. And it was still really fun. But during it, I think I even said on camera at one point, like, it was so weird to outwardly judge, especially under a time crunch. Because like, yes, we do that all the time in our brains. Like the second, you know, you saw the bouncer, you judged him, like you judge all the time, but to put it in words as sensitively as possible was so fucking hard. And all the girls are so nice. Like we all like really liked each other. So it was like, you wanted to be like even more gentle. And that was definitely one of like the hardest things I've ever filmed, but it was cool. Going into it, I even said to Alex and Leanna, like on the car ride there, I was like, I don't think I'm going to be ranked that high. And I think I even said it in a confessional on it. Like I know that I'm not like, is conventionally even the word to use? Like standard, beauty
Like societal,
standard.
like, yeah,
as far as like my
society's view as
features.
pretty.
Yeah. Like as far as features and all that, I don't think I line up to like what society thinks. So I had a feeling like I would be ranked pretty low. And when we were watching it, someone ranked me first.
Jake's brother.
Yeah, so Reggie, he ranked me first, and we were watching it last night, and I literally paused the TV and I looked at Alex and I said, I'm a pretty confident girl on a few other levels, but I don't know where to place this low self-esteem, But hearing him say that, literally the voice inside my head goes, he's lying. There's no way. Like, and I Alex is sitting there just kind of nodding her head. She's like, I feel it. Like that I would think the same thing too. And I was
just being nice.
Right. I was like, literally, he's probably just being nice. And you made a point. You're like, you would think, oh, he's only picking me because I haven't been picked first. And he's just being nice. And we looked at each other. I was like, Alex, this is so fucked up.
Like, why can't we just believe that someone thinks we're pretty?
That's like, that is such a bruised self-esteem. And it made me really sad.
Yeah.
And it made me even more sad that you identified with it too. And I'm sure so many people listening relate to it too. And I'm like,
I think it's just like cliche or not, like it's literally just fucking society standards and like Instagram, what we consider pretty on Instagram, and people who we see that we find attractive and like who they gravitate towards, and it's like, wait, I don't look like that.
Right. I even felt like that in the ranking. I was like, oh, well, if that person's first, no shot, I'm gonna be anywhere but 6. Like it's so fucked up. And we're gonna get into our New Year's resolutions in a sec, but like I feel like that's one of mine, is just like fucking believing people. When you get a compliment, receive it.
Yeah.
Take it.
Because we don't lie when we give compliments. Is it confidence? It's like that thing.
What I said, would you
said?
feel like that if you went on vacation with somebody and they didn't do something fun? You have to put it in that thing. But then like now when I said that to you, I'm like, I can't fucking take my own advice if I tell myself to believe a compliment, but we have to. Like what I said last night was like, it takes away the validity of those person's words. Mm-hmm. Who are we to do that? If someone compliments you, take it and receive it. This might seem like a no-brainer to some of you, but I feel like I just wanted to share it because I quite literally paused the video and was like, there's no shot he means that.
Yeah. I touched on this a little bit last night with you, but that's what I meant. So when I had described how I felt when I had met
you said his name.
Okay. Josh. He did something. I kept saying he did something to my confidence, and it clicked last night when we were having our conversation. He like, I believe him. Like he's one of the first people ever, not even my ex-boyfriends, like sometimes not even you got like my best friends. Sure. For some reason, I believe him when he like calls me beautiful or just like sees how much he likes me. Like I don't have a question in my mind, and it's fucking with me because I'm like, wait, are you just being hot-headed right now? And is your ego just fucking high?
Right.
But it's like, no, we don't have big egos just because we believe that someone likes us.
No. But I still, even you saying that, I'm like, you're right. But I'm still like, I'm even cringing at myself that we're talking about this on the podcast. Because I'm like, are we going to come off as like, guys, somebody call me pretty and I don't believe them. But like,
no, it's a real fucking hit to self-confidence when you constantly in your head are invalidating someone else's words.
And then it just snowballs to anybody who says any of those same words to you. Your brain registers those words as lie, 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 lie.
Yep.
That is not okay.
Ugh.
What do we do? Literally looking to you guys at this point. Like, what do you do in these situations? Like,
do you guys even feel this? Like, I'm sure you guys have
absolutely. To. I feel like
the fact that like we connected about this last night and it's fucked.
Fuck this. Anyway.
Fuck these standards. All right. Should we get into
podcast?
Should we get into some New Year's resolutions so we can figure out how to fucking cure ourselves?
For sure. But song of the day and what are we wearing?
Okay. My song of the day, I'll go first, is Future Love by Marky Basie.
Cute.
Such great a album. Good song. It's a great album.
He's so cool. I was saying, for some reason, I feel like he'd be a really cool friend. Mm-hmm. Like he seems like a cool, just like guy friend. Like protect you, but like not like the cocky guy at the bar.
No. Big like older brother vibes.
Yes. Oh my God, you nailed that on the head. But he's really cute too. That's weird. You know what I mean by that. He's not actually our brother though, so I guess it's weird.
No, never even met him.
No. Oh wait, we saw him. Literally. With our eyes.
And
that was it. That was literally the extent of.
He's a vibe though. Good energy.
Yeah, he was cool. He like kind of floats.
Yes.
Like he's got like big shoulders and kind of like floated through the party.
Wow.
Anyway, I don't have a song of the day.
Oh, again, you never picked one?
Okay, guys, I'm going through a phase right now where I don't listen to music.
Especially like vlogging, we turn music down. Like we just don't have music on.
Yeah,
we usually
get
have music
copywritten.
playing at all times.
Yeah. I don't have a song of the day. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay. I'd rather you not have a song of the day than put something bad on it.
Yeah, on the Patreon episode, I was like, I don't have a song of the day. And she was like, come on, just pick one. And I picked Baby by Justin Bieber.
It just like fucks up the vibe of the playlist.
So I'll let that one be my song of the day for this.
For both, yeah.
For both. I'll just like spill over. I add it twice. It loops. No. So I don't have a song of the day. I'm not listening to music. When I'm really busy, I don't listen to music that much, period. Even if I'm not filming, because it kind of distracts me unless it's instrumental. Like I'll put on lo-fi hip hop, that
The
one loop on YouTube, or live stream, and that's it. But things with words, I'm like I'm like listening to the words and I can't focus on what I'm doing.
No, I feel that.
What I'm wearing though, we're all dressed up because we're gonna be little corporate girls after this and go to Leanna's work holiday party. I'm wearing these black jeans from Garage that are really big. These are the first time wearing them, and I think I bought the wrong size. These, and then this sweater, I don't know where it's from, but I got this sweater. Wait, funny. In the Patreon episode, I was wearing something from Andrea. This is also Andrea's.
Is it?
Back in 2015, when I was broke as a motherfucking joke, she was like, yo, I'm getting rid of like hella clothes. Do you want to come over?
Aww.
And I came over and I grabbed so much shit. And this was one of the
And you've kept it all these years.
Oh, yeah, because it's so cute. It was in the back of my closet, though. And I also haven't worn it for years because I didn't like it with my old hair color.
Oh.
Because it just kind of looked like,
totally.
you know, it looked weird with the blonde. But now that my hair is dark, I like it.
It goes.
And with like the brown nails, it's really
Love
nice.
it.
But look at the back of the sweater.
It's got a little slit.
Cool, huh? You look at my hunch in the camera right now. It's like an open back. So it's like a little sexy, but like still
Classy.
I don't know where it's from.
Cold back.
No, it is really cold right now. Yeah.
You better hope the chairs aren't metal where we're going.
They for sure are. No, guys, we looked up the reviews of the place we're going. I don't want to say the name of it because I don't want to shade the restaurant.
I think we should go get a meal before we go.
It looked like all the food looked rubber. And there's a salad bar.
It looked like high school cafeteria food.
Yeah. Banquet.
Prison food.
Oh my God. Speaking of prison, we watched the best movie yesterday. Oh, I got a new tattoo. Oh my God. So many things. We watched this while I was getting this tattoo. I got a cover up tattoo. You guys definitely can't see it from here. I'll put it on my Instagram or something. I covered up my spatula because I don't like the memory associated with it. And I have a lily. I covered it with, I didn't do this. He did. Justin V Tattoos on Instagram. He covered it with a lily because it's my favorite flower. But we were watching Law Abiding Citizen with Gerard Butler.
I went to Netflix and I just clicked on it because I was like, oh, sure.
And Justin is like, you guys saw him on the tattoo episode last season. You didn't really get to talk to him that much, but he's just like super chill guy. And we were like, is this good? He's like, oh yeah, it's hella good. And then I don't know if you heard, because she was like on the couch, I was getting tattooed. He was like, are you guys cool with like gore and stuff? And I was like, yeah. Like because we are like generally we are.
Out the bat.
This movie, literally first 3 minutes. So get ready, but go watch it.
It's so good. It's also really old, so a lot of you are probably like, you guys, old news. I think it came out in 2009, but still, it's the fact that we've never seen it,
and we're like movie people.
Yeah,
it's definitely up there in my probably top 5 of all time.
Me too. That, and I just watched The Accountant, which is
good shit.
Ooh, such a good movie.
And I think we could both agree, Knives Out. If you guys haven't seen Knives Out,
go watch it. Go watch that, and don't look up anything about it before. Just like go and really pay attention. Yeah, it's like it's the details. It's like an escape room almost. If you think about that movie, it's a big escape room vibes. Oh yeah. What were we talking about? I was saying what I was wearing. Oh, what are you wearing? Oh, these red pants. Have I worn these on the pod yet? I wore them every other day in real life. I don't think so, because usually we're not this dressed up. Right. These are from Free People. I actually have them in another print too. They're quite literally my favorite pants I've ever owned. They're really high-waisted too. They're really cute. And then this is from Pretty Little Thing. I actually got this for our trip to Europe. It's a true turtleneck. Oh yeah. Like turtleneck shoddy tonight. Yep. Yes, The Rock. But we're not going anymore. but I'm still wearing
We'll wear the shit out of it in New York.
Yeah.
If you guys have any suggestions of New York stuff, let us know too.
Right. Let's get into it.
All right, before we get into it, let's take a quick break for our sponsor. Okay, so our sponsor for today is Magic Spoon. And as you can tell by the title of this episode, today we're going to be talking about New Year's resolutions. And I feel like one of the biggest is usually people wanting to like better their health and really be conscious of what they're putting in their body. And as far as cereal goes, Magic Spoon is a great option for a resolution like that.
Exactly. So Magic Spoon has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. Only 140 calories a serving. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low-carb.
And more important than the health, they're just so delicious. They have a few flavors. They have cocoa, fruity, frosted, and peanut butter. And if you mix the peanut butter with the cocoa, it's just a beautiful combination in your mouth. So good. And then the milk afterward is just like
slurp it right up.
And I just have to point out, Alex likes soggy cereal. So
it's okay.
Roast her in the comments.
Some people would say it's a flaw, but I think it's one of my pros.
One of my strong suits. It's on your resume.
I like soggy. You know what? Someone commented down below that they actually like soggy cereal too. So
yeah, I think it is like a very 50-50 thing. A lot of people do like it. I'm just giving you shit.
So good. So if you guys want to check it out too, go to magicspoon.com/oddvice to grab a variety pack and try it today. Be sure to use our promo code Oddvice at checkout to save $5 off your order.
And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product that it's backed with 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember to get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/oddvice and use the code Oddvice to save $5.
Thanks, Magic Spoon.
All right, let's get into these resolutions, baby. How did you feel writing these?
At first,
I feel like we had like a little homework assignment today writing these.
So we had said that we were going to come up with 10. And at first I was like, yo, 10 so much. Because I feel like every time I think, there's such a stigma around New Year's resolutions. And every time I think of them, it's always like, go to the gym, go on walks, eat healthy. And I'm like, I'm not going to write 10 things that I know damn well I'm not going to do.
For sure. I respect that.
Yeah. So I like had a little trouble. And then once I started to like, once I got like a couple, I'm like, okay, I'm on a flow. So
yeah,
now I have 10 really solid New Year's resolutions that I feel like I could start. And I made sure that, because I'm kind of one of those persons I'm a person that good job. Thank you. I'm someone who, if I like say I'm gonna do it and I don't do it, I'm really hard on myself. Yeah. So I made sure to use verbiage that like gave me some leeway. So if I just don't do it outright, it's not just like, wow, you said you're going to do something and you just didn't do it.
That's good. I think there's a lot of power in that, in writing resolutions. Cause you're right. All of our life during school and shit, like bullet pointed list, it's all very much for the act of the list rather than the intention of each bullet point. And I like that, writing it in a verbiage that speaks to you. A lot of mine, I did like, instead of being like, I'm going to be this person, start with a small step towards that goal.
Right.
You don't have to finish a goal in 1 year, but if you can just chip away at least opening a door to a goal, there's so much more power than that.
And I think it's more about creating habits.
Yes.
Than, because I said a lot, practice this.
I love that.
So it's a lot about like changing my habits and like changing my little ways that will, in the end, by the end of the year, hopefully I can look back and be like, oh, I changed this about myself through these little habits.
This is dope. We also don't know each other's lists at all. So I'm really excited to hear yours.
Thank you.
I feel like it's gonna be really good. You go first.
Okay.
You're like, so first one, I'm gonna go on Walk Smart.
Right off the gate. I am going to start therapy. I've said it for so long. Good. I've said it for so long. I think there's some like really deep inner reason why I haven't yet. I'm really scared to find the right therapist and like going through that. It's really, going through that process. Yeah. It's really intimidating to open up myself to someone and like it for not to be a match with the therapist and then like to have to do it all over again.
Yeah.
That's really daunting to me.
I had that anxiety too, but the way I look at it is I'd rather do that than no help at all.
Yeah. And I agree.
Right.
It's just overcoming that for me it's taking some time.
That's okay.
But I will start therapy in the new year. I promise you guys.
And promise yourself.
Yes, that's what this is.
Should we do pinky swears after every time?
Cute.
Okay. Anyway.
It's pinky swear. We do this.
Pinky swear.
Oh, you were talking about getting a finger tattoo? Get promise on your pinky.
Oh my God. I used to want a bobby pin on my pinky. I thought it was the cutest tattoo. Okay. My first one is going to be to cook more, at least once a week, and no longer Postmate majority of the week. See, like usually I would write this as like no more Postmates, but that's not realistic. Sometimes there's nights where we're done recording really late and I still have something to do and I need food to be delivered on the way. I mean, that's the point of Postmates, is that type of convenience.
Yeah.
But I think I take advantage of that convenience a little too much. And it's like, I got these hands. I know how to cook. Yeah. And I love it.
And you love it.
So
and you're always
much.
so happy doing it.
Every single time I'm like, fuck, why don't I do this every single day? So cooking more. I've said a few times on the internet, it's something that I find myself kind of putting on the back burner, and I don't like that I do that when it's one of my biggest passions to date. So cook more.
Cool.
For you. That's a benefit for everybody around me too.
Hell yeah, it is. Okay, my second one is practice my patience. I'm a very irritable person when things aren't moving quickly. I like things. I hate waiting for shit, and I hate the like lingering, and even down to like slow walking people. I get so irritable, and I hate that. Like I don't want my irritability to come from someone else enjoying their walk slow.
Very good point.
But I don't think about that when like someone's walking hella slow and I'm like trying to get to where I'm going, and and this is just obviously one example. But I saw this, I think it was a TikTok of this girl who was like, I'm practicing my patience and I've implemented these things, and you wouldn't like right away think they'd help, but in turn it does help with your patience.
What is it?
So things like park far in parking lots.
I've heard that. Park
in the back of the parking lot so you can walk and you're not rushing to get in the store. Stand in the longest lines at grocery stores.
Yeah.
Drive slow in the slow lanes. So don't because I have a really bad habit of
taking advantage of the slow lane and speeding. Like
just like speeding in general. Oops. Like I'm just like, I've gotten a handful of speeding tickets. Oof. I get to places the quickest possible. Even if I know exactly where I'm going, I'm constantly on maps to see if I can. Whoa. Yeah. I use maps for everything I do. If I'm going to Trader Joe's, I'll put it in my maps.
What? Yeah. I did not know you did that.
Yeah. Just so I know, like, if there's some weird backup that I'm not anticipating on this one main road, right, I can think ahead of it and go just so I can get there quicker.
Even though it's not like you need to be there by a certain time.
I'm going to the fucking grocery store.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stop using maps.
Good.
When I know where I'm going, obviously.
Of course. You're like, I don't know where I'm
going. Things like that. That's one of the biggest flaws.
I love these little bullet points. So I actually think I saw a TikTok that said similar things like that. I remember the parking lot one. Mm-hmm. And it was a way to also practice mindfulness and being in the moment.
Right. Which in turn is like,
that is patience for sure. You're not itching to get to the next thing. It's just being okay with the pace that things are naturally going right now.
Yep.
And you even touched in that in Cancun. You were saying like you
everything
loved how you were just like, I don't care what's happening.
I didn't care that I was late, which is so big.
Yeah. Because it's also like vacation.
Right.
Yeah. I think just not caring when it doesn't need that, when you're not going to get penalized or, it's work related and shit. Like I kind of like that too. I feel like I'll do that with you because I'm also very impatient, but it's a big one. I don't think that's going to go anywhere for a long time.
Big hurdle.
Very scared to have children. I feel like I'm going to bite their heads off. Anyway, next one. Listen to my body and focus on gut health. I think I need to, I'm aware of a lot of things going on in my body, like my endo and my gut health are two of my biggest like health hurdles at all times. A few years ago, I had a year where I really dove into them. I was doing acupuncture. I was working with one of my doctors. Like I was going and getting like my endo checked out on a regular basis, like really staying on top of it, because it helped my anxiety, just knowing like things weren't getting better, but weren't getting worse. It was just a nice kind of like hold on what was going on inside of me. And I let go of that the past few years, but the health concerns are still very much present. And I'm like, it's one of the things where like, now I'm scared to get it checked out because I feel like it's 10 times worse. But then I'm like, if I don't get it checked out, then it's gonna definitely get worse. Like, I think I just really need to buckle down, be a big girl, focus on my health. Yeah, because I think gut health, I mean, I know gut health is everything. It affects your mental. It affects so many things other than just your tummy or how food affects your stomach. And then my endo, for obvious reasons. I mean, I'm getting older. I don't know when I'm gonna have kids, but I definitely want to like do what I can to
make sure it's still a possibility in the future. I'm gonna piggyback off of that too, because actually health is on my list as well.
Oh, good.
I know for a fact I have terrible kidney problems, and there's something really wrong going on in there. I have yet to check it out. I've like been referred to a specialist.
Oh, yeah.
I just like haven't made the appointment. So yeah, I want to focus on that. I physically, like, my knee's fucked, my foot's fucked. I haven't gotten that figured out yet. Like, I want to focus on my health. I've always brushed it off as like, I'll be fine, because I always have been fine.
Because we're
like,
young, but when we get older,
right? No, and like we're cusping our 30s.
Sure, like definitely still young. We're not saying we're old at all, but as far as like how a body ages, we do need to start being more conscious of these things that were so little.
Yeah, like I fully fucked up broke my foot and just let it be. Didn't go to the doctor once.
That's okay. Next year. Save it for next year. So do I go against? Was that one of your?
Yeah,
ones?
It was technically number 7, but I bumped it up to 3 so we could like be at the same place.
Totally fine. Totally fine. 2 birds, 1 stone. Okay, the next one. We kind of touched on this in the beginning of the episode, but confidence. Believing what people say and saying thank you. No brushing off compliments with humor. My therapist would be really happy for me to write this one, because she purposely will be like, oh God, I cringe at even saying this, but I will get better next year. Like she'll be like, she'll sit there and be like, I'm going to compliment you right now and you're going to take it. No, it's so hard.
What do you say? Thank you?
Yeah, no, she's like, just say thank you, dude. Like, she's literally like, it's not
you
that
know
hard.
What it's weird with the whole like compliment thank you aspect is, I feel like when I say thank you, I'm agreeing that you think I'm pretty.
Me too. And I said that and she's like, no, I mean, if that's your meaning in your head, I can't change that. But like saying thank you is just receiving.
Okay.
So
there's this weird, okay.
But I said the same thing. I was like, but then I feel like it's cocky if I'm like, thanks.
Right.
But it's like, I'm not saying it like, thanks. I'm saying, thank you. Like, wow, thank you.
Right.
That means a lot. That's another way to say thank you. You know, like there's other words. I'm not just like, thank you.
Right.
Like, I feel like I do say that means a lot because it does mean a lot. And I feel more comfortable acknowledging a compliment by saying what it means to me rather than agreeing with it.
I like that.
So,
a lot.
Thank you.
That means a lot.
We're working on it.
There you go.
Sorry, my ring just got to you so bad.
That's okay. Okay, my next one. Save money. I want to practice better spending habits. Just if I get it, I throw it out the window.
But like, you say for years you've said this about yourself. I don't feel like you're like that, but maybe am I just as bad? I'm like, no, you're good. I feel like I don't know. You know
I definitely live outside of my means.
Okay.
I'm just like
American dream, baby.
Right.
Oh God.
I'm just like fucking. If it's in the bank account, it doesn't have to be anymore.
Oh God. But
That's
like
so bad.
I don't relate to that. I feel like I'm very like, I like save money to a point where I'm like, what is this gonna do when I die type thing.
Yeah.
Like that's why I think I support you a lot, because generally I think you are frugal. Like during the week and shit, you're frugal.
Yeah.
But I think like you work so hard. I'm always about like paying ourselves just as humanity. Like go out to dinner once a week if you can, and go like socialize and be with friends and stuff. Like I feel like you got to do that for yourself.
See,
sometimes.
I have the mindset where I'm like, let's prioritize that over
Like
the important
groceries
shit.
And okay. So maybe
reel it back.
Getting your spending priorities straight.
Right. Practice better spending habits.
Perfect. There we go. Good luck.
Thanks.
Good luck, Charlie. Okay, my next one is kind of more around my work. I feel like I've said this one for years, but I actually feel like I mean it this year. I feel like you could agree too. I feel like I mean it this year because I'm finally say it with my chest. I'm finally confident in my content and putting out what feels good to me, not caring how it does, not caring not caring about anything other than I really like what I put out. So what I wrote was, oh my God, I almost just called 911. Being more consistent on YouTube. And then I wrote the point I just said. I think I will be because I'm finally confident enough in just filming whatever I want, regardless of how it does. It's such a big part of my job, which is one thing, which is like one benefit of it. And it makes me really happy. I felt this every time I do Vlogmas. I'm like, why don't I just do this all the time? I don't know if I would do daily vlogging because that's just like lot.
It's just like a big commitment.
And it's expensive.
And it's changed your like lifestyle.
Yes. Like I couldn't like go out with them the other weekend because like they were at a bar and there's music and like I'll get copywritten type thing. But yes, regardless, just any type of consistency is better than nothing for me because usually I'm posting like once every few months and like it doesn't feel good. I feel guilty about that year round. I'm not okay with my posting schedule prior to Vlogmas. I'm not happy or content with it. So I am making a promise to myself that I'm going to change it.
Good. Okay. My next one is, I really want to meet new people in New York. That sounds obvious, but meet new people in New York and step out of my comfort zone. I feel like I meet a lot of people. That's kind of the one thing that I feel like I didn't do right in LA is I met people, but I didn't put effort in to like really connect with them and like build the friendship. So now that I'm moving across the country, I'm going to be given a whole bunch of more opportunities if I get a new place of work. Just like the podcast, being in the city, even just fucking going to a coffee shop, like take advantage of meeting new people and like build upon my friendships.
Yeah. I thought about that. It's going to be a big, like we're going together. We have each other, sure. But like, we're going to make a whole new group of friends.
Yeah. I love that. It's so exciting.
No, I'm excited. All right, cool. I'll do it with you. Okay. My next one, this kind of actually goes with our move too. I've touched on this with Alex off camera, but no more clutter. I wrote no more clutter, no overconsumption and buying things I don't need. Really taking that extra step and beat to ask myself, is this a want or is this a need? I know I said rewarding yourself and whatnot. And I still really live by that and whatnot.
But you could do that with rewarding or with like meaningful items.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just think sometimes I buy to buy little like I feel like gadgets. I buy a lot of like little things that like I think is gonna like be like a convenience, but it's like I don't need that. Like I bought a basket at Trader Joe's the other day. Haven't used it at all. It was just cute because it was made out of newspaper. I didn't need that. It was $3, so like you usually be like, it's only $3, but like yeah,
it's just taking up space.
Yes, like it's. I almost need to not think of it at the money point and be like, you are being a rat and you are hoarding stuff. I don't have a hoarding problem at all. It's not like that, but as far as the verb choice,
right?
I'm taking in things into my home, into my collection that I just don't need, and it just doesn't feel good. And I'm so excited for this move because with any move, even if it's down the street, you generally kind of do a big clean out with your stuff. At least I like to.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited.
We're going to start fresh.
We're going to start really fresh. Like right now we have so many fucking cups, you guys. We have so many fucking cups. We are a household of 3. We have a cup for family 12. Cheaper by a dozen.
The amount of the big plates.
Ridiculous.
I think we have like 24 big plates. Will we ever have that many people in our house?
With plates. Because usually when we have that many people, if it's like a barbecue, we'll go paper plates.
Right. There's stupid. It's so stupid.
And I bought those plates when I lived
alone
with a boyfriend.
Oh.
No. So 2 people, even less. And I bought a 12 stack from a big and small. So 24 total for 2 people. I don't know why I did that. See, those little things. It's like, I'm not saying I'm going to reel it in and be like a minimalist. I don't think I could adapt to that lifestyle that
realistically,
easy.
yeah.
Realistically, that's a better way to put it. But just reel it in. I don't need all this shit. And when I get like PR packages and stuff, if I don't genuinely need the product, I've been actually really good about that. I tear it down. I see if you or Leanna want it. If you don't want it, I'll bring it home. See if my mom wants it. I'm going to start donating to like women's shelters and whatnot. Just things I don't need instead of just throwing it under my sink.
Oh, I might need it one day. If you don't need it today, you probably won't need it another day.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. No more clutter.
No more clutter. Okay, my next one is, this one's pretty self-explanatory. Call my grandparents more often.
Oh, I really like that one.
Yeah, my grandparents, my dad's parents, had a big part in raising me. They watched me every day when my parents were going to work, when me and my brother were growing up. And to keep it simple, I just feel bad that I haven't really nurtured that relationship after I've grown up and moved away and kind of been on my own wave, where it's like they raised me, but like now I'm doing my own thing, but I don't really communicate with them as much as I should. So that's something that I really want to start doing, is kind of building that relationship back up with my grandparents, because there's just not a lot of time left.
I was going to say your future self's really going to thank you for that. Cause like straight up, I mean, losing my grandma, like I do wish I called more.
Yeah.
And now it's quite frankly too late. Mm-hmm. And that's shitty, but that is life. And nurturing relationships, that's why it's so important, because it's not forever, and we tend to forget that.
Yeah.
Like we forget that so easy, but death happens every minute, every second. I don't know. Maybe we should like do it every like other Sunday.
Yeah.
Like we should be like, all right, let's go call our family and like go into our rooms and like,
I like that.
Like motivate each other to do it, because it's so important. Oh God. Yeah. I'm going to do that one with you. Oh yeah. Pinky. Okay. My next one is, saying no more, not spreading myself too thin so that I have more energy to push myself in things I already have on my plate. I didn't think this was ever a problem with me up until this past year. I think I had that confidence. I think this is even a part of our, what's imposter syndrome, that episode, people who like take on too much because they're like, it's like the reverse effect of imposter syndrome. Like you're almost like cocky that you can take on the frickin' world. I think kind of after that episode too, I realized I really spread myself thin. And I think like my manager's even noticed it too. And she's even been like, is everything good? Like you seem twacked the fuck out, stressed out, pulling out my hair. And there's no reason I need to be doing that. And when I stress myself out like that, it makes me start to resent what I do. And I love what I do. And there's no reason I need to resent my job at all. Very grateful for it. And I asked myself, I'm like, okay, you are starting to resent what you do. Is it because you actually don't want to do it? Because if that's the case, you need to change your job. And I'm like, hell no. Like I love what I do. So then that gave me the answer. Okay, you have a little too much on your plate.
Yeah. And if you don't spread yourself as thin, I think you could just focus on the things on your plate and really give it your 100%.
That's what I said. It was put all my energy towards the things I already have on my plate.
Yep.
And give it 110%. And I've practiced that just in the past like 2 months. And that's why I threw it on the list, because like,
do you feel a difference with your like relationship with your job?
Yes. Like I'm more excited when things come through, when before I was like, holy shit, like I'm so busy. I already have all these things. And then I felt guilty for complaining that I had all these projects lined up and I didn't want to take the next one. And I'm like, but it's a really cool opportunity. I have to take it. And then I would take the new cool opportunity and then another one would have to kind of just fall behind because of I was spread too thin. That's what I started noticing. I was like, the creator space is huge. Everybody else is doing it.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing wrong? And I'm like, oh, I'm taking on too much. So
You're just saying yes too much.
yeah. Yeah. But like, I feel like being a yes man is such like a glamorized thing, but I don't think it's that good of a thing.
No.
At all.
Okay. My next one is practice expressing my feelings and learning when to stand my ground or learn to let things go.
I love that.
I think sometimes I get stuck in like when I express my feelings and someone's not understanding me, I'm just like, okay, forget about it. And then that's when I start to like hermit even more.
You're
and
like, I shouldn't have even said anything in the first place.
Right.
I get that.
And I need to like know the right times to like stand up and be like, no, this is what I mean. This is how I feel.
Yep.
As opposed to like smaller things where I do that for smaller things where it doesn't matter. I like have it swapped. Like,
yes.
Do you see what I mean? Like
completely.
For the little things that shouldn't matter, I'm like, no, but this is what I mean. And it's like, no, you're talking about nonsense right now. I want to get it right.
You know what that could be? Little burst of steam. Because you like, you know, that you didn't get it out with the big ones.
Yep.
So you're like, I'll do what I was supposed to do here instead.
Yep.
That could be it.
For sure.
Mine kind of goes with that. And I feel like this is also a really good one for me being like a better friend to you and a better friend to everybody is just me listening more and being quiet. I think this is good for me on every level. I think I just like talk a lot and I try to like over help everybody. And it's like, people don't always need help. They just need to be heard. Mm-hmm. So I wrote that. That goes with that.
I love that. These are great.
Yeah. Look, we're so in line. In sync. Like,
was that your number 6 too? Did you number them?
No, I lined them.
Oh, okay. Okay. My next one is connect with old friends, forgive myself and others, and let go of old grudges.
Big. That's like, everybody needs to live by that. That's a really good list.
Yeah. And if you're on Patreon, you saw Friday's episode. I kind of went in on the fact that I have an old friend who I kind of removed myself from our friendship and I didn't do it in the right way. And not that I regret it because I don't regret anything. And I think that like we did need our time apart, but I want to focus this year on really like rekindling those old friendships that frankly are no longer because of stupid reasons. And I think they especially are people who were supposed to be in my life forever. And I just kind of let them slip because of my own ego and self-esteem and my actions. And I just think that I want them back. So yeah. That's
powerful. That's a lot of growth. You should really be proud of yourself that you're even saying that out loud.
Yeah.
People go to the grave with being like, no, I would never gonna, because pride, it's all pride.
Yeah.
And you're not prideful and that's huge.
Thank you.
That's really, really, really strong. And I think a lot of people should take something from her point there because you don't want to die with that shit.
Exactly.
That harbors in you and creates bad energy and creates illness. Like that's dark.
And
energy.
honestly, like selfishly, I started to notice that it is harboring inside of me and it's tainting me. And I'm like, hold on, what is it? And it's just because I'm holding on to these old grudges for no reason.
Right. They're expired. Like you're a different person now. They don't apply to this current Alex. Set them free.
Life's way too short to like hold on to this and potentially lose these beautiful souls in my life for stupid reasons.
I love that. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Okay, my next one, on a lighter note, I need to moisturize my body.
Yeah, you do.
Right? Like, I know it sounds silly, but I take such good care of my skin and my face. Like, sorry, oh my God. I literally drank water and I have acid. I need to focus on my gut next year. My body is just so dry. I take care of my face so well and I never moisturize my body and it's just not good. And like, I feel like I really need to like make a skincare routine for my body.
Love that.
I feel like that one sounds really silly, but like
No, people have these such elaborate skincare routines for their face, and it's like you got skin over your whole body.
Right. Like back of the neck, back of the ears type shit. Like I want to go in and
I'm
like
such
hands,
a lotion person.
I wish I was. I don't think I like the feeling. I found this one product. It's called Wet Skin, and you put it on after you shower, but before you dry off.
Cool.
So there's hyaluronic acid in it. I talked about it in one of my vlogs. And the one molecule of hyaluronic acid can hold up to 1,000 times its water weight. So you're putting it all over your body with moisture. It's literally soaking in that moisture, and it works so well.
Oh my God, can I try it?
Absolutely. I don't like the smell of the one I got, so I think I need to buy a new version. But I found that worked for me because I don't love the feeling of lotion when I have to put on clothes. Freaks me out.
I love it.
It makes me feel like my clothes are immediately dirty.
Oh, interesting.
I think another thing too why I'm so dry is I shower too much.
Yeah.
I
You
shower
twice a day.
at least. Sometimes it's 3. Yesterday I did 3.
We don't need that.
If I have to wash my face, I get in the shower. Like it's bad. Like I just get so like it's a lot of like sensory. Like I'll start like freaking out and I'm like, oh, like I need to wash it off. Whatever it is, I need to wash it off. Sometimes it's even emotion.
I was gonna say it's a physical response.
Yeah, to like something going on in my day. Yeah. Like I wash my clothes too often too. Like if I wear something just to podcast for like an hour and a half, it's already in the hamper.
I think this is all I mean, maybe speaking for myself, but like I do that too. And I think my habits have changed because of the pandemic. And I think way more about germs where I go than I ever have in my whole life. Cause same, like if we go get dinner and I'm wearing these pants, I'm going to wash these after because of the seat that I sat in.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, pants, like I would wash pants and jeans like maybe like once every 4 wears.
Yeah, as you're supposed to. Like denim, you're really not supposed to wash that often.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I get. Like that I don't think I'll break. Shit that goes outside for reasons exactly what you just said.
Exactly, yeah.
But stuff in the house, like I'll put something on after my shower in the morning to wear during the day. And then take another shower at night. Put on something to watch a movie. Then take it off before bed and it's in the hamper. So I am now 2 showers in, only wore something for a movie and a game of cards with you guys
and
downstairs.
it's already in the hamper.
It's already in the hamper.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's really stupid. So I need to fix that. And that probably fucks up my skin too.
Very much so.
I don't know. So please recommend lotions.
You didn't like that lotion smell? I'd probably like it.
Yeah, it's like sweeter.
Oh,
you're gonna like it. You have to honestly, like straight up, this sounds funny. The lotion thing, it's really hard because I don't.
You want me to get your back?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Couldn't spit it out. I was nervous.
Okay. My next one is start writing in journals.
Yay.
You had expressed to me that you write in a journal about your connection with Tanner. And when I was expressing to you my connection that I had just made, you were like, write it down.
Yeah.
I want to start writing in journals.
Yeah, I have a fear that I'm going to lose my memory. And I just want to be able to give it to him before I die.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet.
He actually doesn't know about that. I don't think he listens, though. I don't want him to know.
Probably. Yeah, fuck. Just tell him, like, specifically don't listen to this.
I don't think he's going to listen either way. He doesn't even know how to work Spotify, damn near. No, he's, like, so technologically not advanced. Okay, my next one is this is one of them that I put in a tense that I feel is realistic. I want to at least open a door to consulting brands.
Yeah, you've spoken on this quite a bit.
Yeah, I think it's something I'm very confident that I could do for brands, but I need to create at least a few connections, like really just try and start that new project.
Yeah.
And look into psychology courses.
Yeah, you are.
I'll be a therapist. No, hell no. I would never. Well, I would, but like we shouldn't. Like you're not supposed to do that.
No, God, no.
Yeah. I'd be like, what? What do you mean?
Yeah,
like,
no shot.
I want to be a therapist. We'll see. I don't know. I'm going to dabble.
Love that. Okay. Okay. This is my last one. And I'd save this one for last because this is a really big one for me. I would like to prioritize impressing and surprising myself over focusing on external factors and things I can't control.
I love the impressing yourself.
I have this really bad habit of like it comes in with my host anxiety. Like I have this bad habit of wanting people to be happy, and I will sacrifice my happiness over themselves, or over their happiness. And I want to like really surprise myself this year. Yeah. I want to focus on me. I want to be really selfish.
Date yourself.
I want to date myself. I want to impress myself. I don't want to give a fuck what everyone else thinks. I want to give a fuck what I think.
That is beautiful.
Thanks.
Was I with you recently where someone asked, when's the last time you surprised yourself? I don't know if that was you. I don't know, but I remember thinking, I don't know.
Never.
Like the fact that I didn't have an answer, I was like, come on. Like we got it. I love that. I feel like I like want to do all of yours with you. Those are really good. And that was a really good last one too.
Thank you.
Thank you, promise.
Oh.
I feel like my last one kind of, not really, but I was gonna say kind of goes with it. But I wrote, try and enjoy something from every situation. Take only what you need from these situations and shed the rest. Don't take on don't take on anything that's beyond my control. It was kind of like yours. I mean, it's really emotionally is kind of where this lays is, I just take on a lot of people's emotions, and it's really unhealthy for me. And I used to see it as like, oh, I'm empathetic and I'm just a good friend and all these things that I still do believe about myself. But I realized they were actually like doing that was triggering my codependency, which is something I'm working so hard on shedding these past 2 years. But it's like I'm doing all this work to shed it when I'm just reversing that work by enabling it in another form. So I'm kind of recognizing that they go hand in hand, and I need to cut that off.
Yeah.
The enjoy something from every situation. I forgot where I was going. I don't know, but Tanner said this one night. He was like, just try and enjoy yourself as much as you can. I was like doing something stressful, and I was like, whoa, I love that. Like just walking into any situation, especially stressful ones, and just at least try to make a promise yourself that you'll laugh or just have fun at some point in it. Really, like it turned around my night and ended up having like a really good night. I remember.
Good.
So I think everybody should take a lot of that one too. And all these that we said, I think we both had really solid lists.
Yeah, this is great.
This was really good. I hope this inspires you guys to write a list. And again, what Alex is saying, like really be tangible about it.
Right. It's not like, don't set I think New Year's resolutions are so scary because we set these crazy goals for ourselves that like the second we don't do it, it's already off the list and we're already failures.
Yes. And then it's just like,
so bad.
You're mad at yourself. And then when you're mad at yourself, then it snowballs. It's just toxic. It becomes a toxic standard that you know you're not going to meet, and you're only disappointing yourself. So these were long ones. At least write 3 for yourself. Tangible ones. It feels so good. This is very therapeutic.
And check in with yourself throughout the year. We're going to be doing that. And we're also at the end of next year, we're going to come back to these same ones and go through them again. I think that's going to be really cool.
We want to have a little reflection episode in about a year of like, yo, how did we do?
Did we do it?
Like we'll react to this episode essentially. But yeah, that's it for this episode. We'll see you guys in January 17th, a little bit of a break. Please enjoy your holiday, whatever you do. Be safe. This is a very weird time of the year for people who don't like the holidays too. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you through it too. So DM us, all that. We'll be talking on Discord. Just try, like I said, try to enjoy yourself as much as possible. It's something I'm taking throughout the holidays too, because I already have so much anxiety about family shit and all that I'm not excited for, but you got to do it. It's like, it's just one of those things. This time of the year always reminds me also, it marks when I moved out for the first time.
Yeah.
Because on Christmas, when I was 18, I had a big fight with my parents and stormed out of dinner. Haven't been back since. I've seen my family. I'm not like that, but like I haven't lived at home since. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm there with you, but happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate. Have so much fun. Tell your families we love them.
Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay hungry. Okay.
All right, we gotta go. We're gonna go be corporate girls at a holiday party.
Love you guys.
Might hook up with one of Leanna's coworkers.
Apparently the maintenance guy is really hot.
Hey,
Holler.
we're about to come through like
Literally
these
my type.
cute young girls. No, yeah, union boys is her type for sure. Okay, love you guys.
Bye.
Happy holidays. Hey, see you next year. Losers. Just kidding. Love you.